Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grown Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name's Tom Novak, and today is Monday, September 25th of 2023. It's 69 degrees Fahrenheit or 21 degrees Celsius at 8 p.m. this evening. We're doing a part one. We're getting our Trident maple ready for winter, and welcome fall. September 23rd was the official day of fall. So today we're going to do pruning because the roots on this thing and all that wire that's holding it together into the pot, I don't know how I'm going to do that, so we're going to check for that. But I received this from Jay of Blue Jay Bonsai on 6/3 of 2022 as a gift from Jay on the passing of my cousin Kevin. So it lasted the whole winter in this pot, but I got to get it out of this pot because this is a ceramic pot, and I was lucky it didn't crack. So there's a lot of weeds and stuff in here, and there's moss growing in here. But we'll tackle that as it comes through. Let's get this out of here, this big old weed just the top, until we can get at it tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. But you can see how big it grew. I cut it back because it was so grown so much. So I just did a hurry snip, snip, snip on it. But right now, we have to see what's alive and what's not alive. Like this one here, branch, that's no good. So I'm going to take my ironwood tools, because you know nothing cuts wood like ironwood. And I'm just going to get in here, go as close to the trunk as I can and get this one branch off. Just like that. And you can see there's nothing growing on here. So I'll take that off. And then, oh, I wanted to show you first, you can see the wire that's in there and the wire on the bottom, so I don't know what's in there. So, and then it's like a rock in there, so I don't know what I'm going to get into. But right now, pruning is the prime objective here. So let's go and cut this back some so we can see where we're at. Are you going to say, Tom, will this grow? I don't know. We can try it out. We can try cuttings on this. And I didn't. Let's see if I got a container. Yes, I do. And for the kitties, there's Mr. Elephant. He says, welcome spring, or fall, not spring. Spring in the other parts of the world like Australia, but this is fall weather for us, and that's one of my favorite times of the year, fall. I love fall. There we go. Now let's go into here. Well, let's try Scotty's tools. Scott from Let's Do Bonsai gave me these nice shears. So let me just cut some of these big branches out of the way. Just going to go down to where it stops and hit and cut. I'm not going to do no styling to it yet, because I want to get these branches cut so I can see what's on the inside. I'm not going to defoliate it. Yes, I could have did this in the fall. I mean, in the dead of winter when all the leaves were off and you could see the bare bones on it, but what are you going to do? Just we're cutting it just to see where we're at. There we go. We got a long branch coming out of here. We don't want it to cross over. So I got to get my needle nose from ironwood, because that's a thick cut there. There we go. I don't know if it'll root, but we'll stick it in. Now we got a nice branch coming out of here. This one's coming out, it's nice and strong. So we're going to take this back to here. Get that out of the way, and then we're going to cut this back to here because I want it to branch out that way. Allow room for dieback. There we go. This one we're going to cut back to about here, because it's got, the leaves are opposite, so the growing points are in there, so we'll see what comes out and see what grows. Okay. cut this one. What I do is if I can't see, I just run the shears back until I hit where the opposite leaves are attached and hit it and cut it. Okay, we have to look at it this way because there's one dead branch here. So I'm going to cut that off right about into there. There we go, because you can see it's dead. And then, I won't cut this back all the way yet until we can figure out what we got here. Now we got a branch coming out of this trunk here, so we're going to cut that close to there. Get that out of the way. And so you can see this branch is going into the canopy, so we want to make the canopy a little clearer. So we're going to cut that out of there. And you can see that one's dead. Now, if this is the front, you can see on this one where the leaves are coming out there, so we're just going to give it a little cut back to here so we can keep the vigor in that branch with those little cut short stems coming out. And over here we're going to cut this one back just so we can get some back budding here. And we got the branch coming out this way, so that's good. Where I cut, you can see the slot there where the new branch is grown, so that'll come out right there. So that's good. This is all directional pruning. Now we got a dead branch here we got to remove. I think this whole one right there is dead, so we got to go in as close to the tree as we can. Cut it. Just like that. Now this one's sticking out like a torpedo. So I'm going to cut it right to there. And that way there we got a branch starting to grow there. Oh, right in the nose. Ah, what are you going to do? So now here's a dead branch up here. We're going to cut that out. These are tough. Okay, what do we got? We're going to go into the canopy more. In the wintertime, if I can get in there and dig it out, then we'll try to do some more cuttings if I can get in there. But you can see all the branches spaghetti-like over here. It's like this. So, if I take this off, which is dead, and then go and look into here. This one's growing up into the canopy this way, so we want to free up the canopy, let it get aired out a little bit. Take this dead piece off right here, if I can get in there. Take this one off. Okay, trim all that dead stuff off. Now this piece is where I cut it before. Cut that off. Now you can see we're opened up here. Now what's growing into the middle is this one. So I'm going to go in real close and give it a cut. Get that big branch off. And I don't know if we'll get some cuttings out of this, but I'll take these long green ones because I know I'll get some. With the green, they're more live and they should get some good cuttings out of it. When they're brown at this time of the year, it's a 50-50 shot. Okay, now we got to open up this conglomerate in here. So, I don't know if you can see. Let's see if I can get this a little closer. There we go. You can see there's a branch coming up this way, so we got to get in there. If you can't see, let your pruners come down, stop on a branch, and cut. So it's opened up right then and there. And I got a nice green one here that I can use to see if I can get a cutting out of it. We can always stick the hardwood ones in there and see if they'll overwinter and then root. Because I did that with my Green Mountain juniper, And I'll show you that, what grew, because we got to repot that before winter sets in. Now over here we got like a, right there you can see that this branch looks dead and that one looks dead there, so we're going to go in there and just free up the center because we're getting a knot in the middle. Cut that out. Open it up. And I got some cobwebs there. You can see that we're opening it up. We got a nice leaf here. We're going to leave that. Now the inside, what can we do into here? What can we free up? What's growing up? What's growing down? I don't know. So I'm going to take our shears and hit, or I stop against the crotch. Let me show you. What I do is I slide my shears down, my scissors down, and when I hit this, then I cut. So I'm going to go into here, because when you can't see, you always got a stopping point there. Just cut that off. I'm going to cut this off because it's dead. Okay, now this is dead in here. I'm going to cut that off. And there's a dead one there. We want this to open up more. So I don't know what's going to be the front on this. We'll know this after we do the repotting. But now, I think I'm going to cut this back to here so we can open up the canopy more. And we're going to go in and see what is getting everything conglomerated here, all goofed up. I'll take this one off. And we really got a traffic jam in here, so I'm going to go down. I can't see what I'm doing, but I stopped against the branch there. I need my ironwood on this one. I'm going to go down. Where it stops, I cut. Where it stops, you cut. So that looks pretty good. Now this one section is all jumbled up. So we got this branch here is growing into the mix. So we're gonna just come in and chop it off. Open it up. Just open it up. Got all kinds of cobwebs here. Cut this back to there. I'm gonna use this one to cut these cobwebs off. There we go. Cut this back here. Now we got to open this one up. And to open this up, we got a lot of growth into here, but this one's coming out too far, so maybe we'll keep our growth here. So I can't see what I'm doing, so I'm just going to put my needle nose in, and then I'm just going to run it back to where it stops, just like that. It just stopped right there. Cut. There. Cut this off. That's a good way of doing it. Just let it run in and stop. I'm going to cut this one back to here more. Cut this back to here more. There we go. And you can see that's all opened up there. And we got more cobwebs here because this was loaded with cobwebs. But that's good. It kept the bugs off of it. That one I'm going to cut. So we're going to come into here and cut this one out because it's cluttering up the canopy. Now you can see there's a mess in here. It's hard to see. So I'm going to cut this one off, keep the top one on, and just cut these little ones off here because it's just branching out like you wouldn't believe. Cut this one. Just like that. Got most of it cut, and here it's opened up pretty good. I'm going to cut this one off growing out of the crotch right in there. We're going to go right in there and cut it to open it up. Let's see what else we got here. I think we can do a little more, but I'll wait to get it before spring starts. Here's a dead branch there. Dead one there. Now this one's all conglomerated there, and that one looks really bad. So, what are we going to do, Tom? I got my toenail clippers from Scott. So we're going to cut this back to here. This one to here. Just let it come down, rest on a branch, and cut it. We're going to cut this close to the trunk here. Now, we got a big belly right there. So I'm going to have to take this off. Let's see if I can get in there with my needle nose. And just cut it right above there. Just like that. So we can open it up, let it flare out this way, away from the center more. Get that one as close as we can. Cut all the dead ones off. There we go. Just like that. And we got a teeny tiny little branch coming right over here. Cut that off. There we go. I think for now, well, I'm going to get into here and cut this knob off with my toenail clippers. You say, Tom, that's not the correct way to call this tool. I'll tell you what. I call it the way I see it. They look like toenail clippers to me. If you want to get fancy, you can use all the fancy terms for these tools, but I call them toenail clippers. And I got that as close as I can with that. Now back into here. I'm going to get this one as close to the trunk as I can. And I've got it a little bit too close, but that's all right. From a mistake, good things come, so we can see more of the trunk. So, it was meant to be, it was meant to be. And this might back bud, you never know. My first on a Trident. Just like that. Get my toenail clippers into here and cut this piece off close to the trunk, because you don't want to cut it real flush. You want this to be able to callus over. So there we go. And we got a knob. We got a knob right there. Cut it back as close as we can get it. So I think that's good for pruning now. So now I have my gunmetal lipstick from Fantasy Makers. Gunmetal. Looks like cut paste, right? I spend all that money on cut paste. Are you going to do it like the old Brill Cream commercials? A little dab will do you. And that's all it is lipstick is a natural wax. Remember that. It's easy to use. I'll just seal up all the wounds for now. Give it a little shot there. You can see over here. Cut paste, little cut paste. Looks like cut paste, little lipstick. And I'll open it up. And with lipstick, at least you can turn the knob and you get the lipstick into the tight places. See what I mean? And you just close it back. Good stuff. Natural wax. If it doesn't hurt the women's lips, it ain't gonna hurt your plants. You can say, Tom, you can't use the word ain't. Who cares? Bad English? What are you going to do? There we go. Like the song says, it ain't necessarily so. So, That's our little pruning for today. Tomorrow is going to be the backbreaker. Cutting, taking this out of the pot and working on the roots. So I soaked it once this morning. And as you can see, let me hold it up. You can see there's moss there and weeds, so, and this big weed. So I'm going to have to get my wire cutters, cut the wire, and then go from there. And then we'll see how we get it out of this pot. And into another, I got another one of them plastic pots so I can have for outside because I don't want to take a chance on this cracking. So tomorrow will be part 2. And we got it nice and cut. And with the lipstick on, gunmetal, looks just like cut paste. Only you can open it up and get in there where you can. With cut paste, you gotta use your fingers. Well, I get it all over your fingers. So, what's today? Long video. Sorry about that. Let me get this thing up. Today is Monday. It's comedy night. And I was enjoying the Bickersons. That's a real good show. Funny like you wouldn't believe. They're always arguing about something. I think it's with Don Amici, and I forgot the girl's name, but it's very, very good. So you take care, everybody. Have a cup of tea. Put on some old-time radio when comedy was comedy. Put on Armis Brooks, Jack Benny, George Burns and Gracie Allen, Red Skeleton, Bob Hope, whatever your pleasure is. Abbott and Costello. Can't forget them. Who's on first? Take care, everybody. Have a good night.